Yo, we're Al and Finn, two brothers building an MMORPG called Mortumus. How you doing, Finn?
Good, man. And today we're going to talk about the social elements of our game. So we'll just put heaps of work, well, you've put heaps of work into creating our races and redoing our character creation screen. So do you want to run everyone through that?
Yep.
And then after that, I'll just quickly talk about our social features, how we've got our town protection squares working, and kind of the ideas we're sort of running with there.
Some of our philosophies. So what you're looking at now is the character selection screen. So these are characters that already exist. So this is where you'll see all of your characters. Gear is preloaded. So when you get into the screen, you can look at all your characters in all their glory. This is also where you create new characters. So if you hit here, create character, this takes you into the character creation screen. So the social game starts before you even make your character. What are you going to name your character? Are you going to role play? Like what? You can role play if you want, but right now we're going to role play as Betty, and that name is available. So you can select your sex for each race. So we've got 4 different races. We have human, elf, dwarf, and reptilian. Each race has a male and female variant, as I said, so they're all different. So we're Betty, so I reckon we're going to go a human female. And then next you get your class selection. So at the moment we have warrior, mage, and rogue. I think Betty looks like a bit of a rogue. So she is a master of stealth. So what does a rogue need stats-wise? I'd say probably more agility reliant, maybe a little bit of strength for a little bit of damage. So let's go 2 strength, 3 agility. Seems like a pretty good rogue setup. Then you just hit create, and Betty is created in the server. As you can see, Betty is in our selection screen. So let's jump into the world, and we will talk about those protection stones.
Great. So for us, like, I guess people keep referring to this game as like a PvP gankfest, which is kind of the opposite of what we're making. And I just want to explain why a little bit, because for us, we're 2 brothers. We live 1,000 kilometers, 400 plus miles apart, and making this, and we never get to hang out. Like, hanging out is something we just love doing, but we just never get to. So making this game is something that, it's also a place for us to hang out and where we want other people to hang out. And part of hanging out is sometimes not fighting, sometimes not killing monsters, sometimes not trying to get as high level as possible. It's actually just meeting people and my best memories of gaming are the stories that weren't those scripted quests or the thing that the dev told you to do or
The quest
end up
or
at the
something.
place and get the most powerful gear. It's just like that moment when a stranger helped me fight off a monster, or I met somebody and they helped me get my gear, or when somebody betrayed me, because trust is such a big part of that. And such a problem with so many games is players are just dispersed these days. They're off doing their own thing.
Yeah.
They're over there. They're so far away. And how do you bring people together?
Yeah. And like in a game with hostility, meeting that high level player that's willing to take you through different leveling areas and give you the ropes a little bit. That's exactly how, that is what social gaming is about, is A, being that player when you're the high level, and B, like getting shown the ropes. I think every game I ever played when I was younger, that was one of the core memories, is somebody taking time out of their real life time and day to take me through the game, which is pretty sweet. So tell us, we've mentioned them. So what are protection stones?
So
Please spare pants. You need a shirt, dude.
Yeah. No, I kind of like this no shirt look I got going on here. So, in towns is the one place where we have these protection stones, where basically, towns have built around these areas where these ancient protection stones are, and this is the only place where monsters can't kill you and other players can't kill you. And the idea of having a very small, safe area is it's the one place that condenses the player base and brings people together. So by doing that, we've basically got an area that people just hang out in, meet each other.
Social hub.
Maybe just watch some people having a fight outside the protection stones. It's really fun, and it's something that is kind of missing in so many games now. And I just read it and I see it all the time. People are just like, where do you go to hang out? Where is the place? Or they'll visit games in the town that it only works socially if it's got a 10,000 or a 5,000 player base, because that's how many people you need to fill up their social areas. And this is an expandable kind of tool. We can bring, the more players we have, the more towns we can have.
And it's also where you spawn.
Keeping the protection stones alive. Yeah, and it's where you spawn. It's where you always come back to.
Yeah. So say you were fight, like you were a little bit out of your depth and you went into an area where you just got owned. Like the monsters just insta-killed you and you dropped all your best stuff right then and there. You spawn back in town, you're naked, you can't go back alone to that area. Like, what are you going to do? I just see a purple man with no shirt and say, hey, bro, hell. And it starts. He might, yeah, he got me. So off we go to go get my gear. It might not be that simple, and he may not be who you think he is, but that's where it all starts, is right here on the square.
Yeah. And that's also like, for us, and this is missing too with so many safe games, I'll call them, is for us, trust is a commodity. Trust is earned and trust is lost. And you should treat trust like your gold or your gear or anything else that you have. And trust is something you can't earn. You don't get trust points. Trust is something
you can earn.
Oh,
you earn it.
No, you can't earn it. You can earn it, but it's not a number. It's not a number on your UI. You know.
Yes.
You don't know how you can't achieve trust and see it filled up. It's something that this square has that purpose of meeting people, making friends, building trust, losing trust, all of that. It just happens in this place, and we adjust the size of this based on the player base, and that brings people together.
Yeah, and it's a big deal, and a lot of players play games for that, but not just the trust, but the social aspects around that, having a crew, and we want to give you a place to safely have a crew. And it's also baked deeply into our lore.
It's a place to hang out. So yeah, I guess with UI, super quickly, we've got the chat bar down the bottom. I like super minimal chat. I don't like to. I don't want to see that chat bar. I just want to see like what I'm typing. Al likes his stuff a little bit
functional.
So functional. Al likes the UI to be more functional. You could show them what you do there.
So you got in here, so if you press T, you can open the full chat. So we made the chat auto scroll. So as you go down,
gangs or clans, whatever you want to call it, calling it clans.
Yeah, clans.
You got that. Parties,
guilds. We're actually calling it guilds.
all right.
No, we don't have a name. None of that's set in stone. I like clan.
I like gangs.
Private party, gangs. It's all there.
Yeah.
How do we?
So
how do you want to close it out?
I guess that's it. It's like this is not just a PvP gankfest game. This is a social game. This is a place to hang out. This is a place to make friends.
Yeah.
This is a place where like it's a living world where things happen. There's things to talk about, and there's a place that brings everybody together. And we've just put so much thought into that. We've taken references from other games and kind of used them with. It's something we really care about. So look, please follow along. Join our Discord. We'd love more people in the Discord. We appreciate feedback on everything we do. We've started doing blog, so actual written stuff, because
Yep.
it's just we work full time.
We actually
then we build
go way more into detail.
Yeah, so we just go into lots of detail there. So yeah, please follow all the things. And see you in the next one.
Ew, thanks guys. See you later.